Last week, I reminded folks that if you aren't testing, then you don't have a resilience plan, you have a resilience hope. This week, let's build on that since testing is one of the many reasons why I love disaster recovery as a service, DRaaS, where you fail over not to secondary data centers that you own, but to cloud hosted infrastructure. Ideally, with managed service provider personnel helping you prepare before, recover during, and bounce back even stronger afterwards. A few years ago, I surveyed organizations on how often they tested recovery at scale. Some were using a multi data center approach, east to west, vice versa, and they averaged one test every 9 months. Those using DRaaS to fail over to cloud hosted infrastructure averaged testing some attribute every 5 weeks. Why was that? Because recovering to a cloud isn't as expensive to maintain, nor as disruptive to the production environment. You're powering up secondary infrastructure for a short window, and you aren't paying for compute the rest of the time. And you aren't maintaining secondary hardware when you might not need most of it for 27 plus days of the month. You're orchestrating recovery of workloads into a sandbox that doesn't break the primary environment. In fact, if you're using orchestrated workflows well, you're orchestrating the assurance that identity works, that networks reconnect, that the applications spin up, and the outside users can connect and operate. If everything works, power it down. If everything doesn't work, document that and then power it down. And if you're testing cyber resilience, this also lets you test your clean room or quarantine capabilities in infrastructure that was not online until you push that button. Let's repeat that. If your secondary infrastructure for cyber DR did not exist until you hit that big red button, that radically reduces the likelihood that it's infected. Unlike if your users can easily get to your secondary data center, so can the bad actors. This last one is a big difference between really good DRaaS and great CRaaS. Orchestrated recovery to secondary infrastructure is really good DR. Orchestrated recovery that includes a clean room and quarantine workflows is great cyber resilience. So, that's 3 reasons why I love DRaaS and CRaaS. And hopefully, now you do too. Leave your thoughts below.